Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Monday, August 5th, 2013. Right now in the Nasdaq patch we've got some strength, but not a lot of signals to show for it. We've got a little bit of a bias to the buy side, but certainly not stacked up all that aggressively. A couple things worth noting, pretty good strength out of Baidu today. 3% plus above today's open, but that one is flashing a differential sell signal. The one that's stacked up pretty good for a follow through is Biogen, has an upside CPS, that's BIIB, 3% above the day's open. Got a differential buy signal in First Solar and also a CPS condition in Qualcomm. Qualcomm's actually pretty strong today, more than 2% above the day's open on fairly decent volume for a Friday in the summer. Moving on to the financials, this group's just kind of nowhere today. A little bit better to the buy side, but for the most part here, we've got some very light volume. Moving on to the energy patch, Chesapeake CHK, pretty good volume today. No signals, but it's trading fairly well today. So elsewhere in the energy patch, I've got a downside CPS again today in ExxonMobil that's still having a hangover after it released its earnings, but not really seeing too much of interest in the energy patch. Here's where things are quite a bit more constructive. Got a fair amount of buy signals in the general area. This is the broad market generals. Got a fair amount of upside CPS conditions, and a number of the stocks that are lower on the day are above their open, and those are registering camouflage buy signals. So we're definitely skewed to the buy side here. Got a volume bump in Coca-Cola, turning things around there. Also a volume bump in Hewlett-Packard, but this one's to the downside. This one has a differential sell signal, starting to pull back off of the high. As far as the housing names go, pretty good strength today. We've got 3 upside signals, so definitely keep an eye on housing early in the week next week. Transportations are really not showing us too much. You can see that everything except for CSX has very weak volume. The CSX does have a camouflage sell signal and a lot of volume to go with it. And finally onto the commodity patch. Only potash is really trading any decent volume today. Everything else is a fairly low run rate. Got a couple to buy, a couple to sell here as far as the signals go, but nothing too demonstrative. Alright folks, as always, thanks for listening. Have a great weekend, and hope to see you again next week. This has been Rich for tradesight.